Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today I got to take a look at the Cleveland Browns versus the Los Angeles Chargers and look at the biggest takeaways from this game. As we see, Chargers came out on top 47-42. I know I'm covering up the Browns, but if you're an NFL fan, you already know who won this football game and how crazy of a game it was. I'm going to be going into the breakdown, the matchup, the projection, everything you could take away from this game you want to know for the Browns and the Chargers. But before I do, I got to hear from you guys. Yes or no? Do we see these two teams match up again in the playoffs? Is this the final time they meet this year or just the first? You guys let me know. Comment down below. Will they see each other in the playoffs? We're getting straight into it. You can look at the stat sheet right there. Justin Herbert, 398 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 total touchdowns, 0 interceptions. This dude has been lighting it up. Baker Mayfield had a good day, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nick Chubb had a great day, 161 yards, 1 touchdown. Kareem Hunt got some scores as well. You see David Njoku had some big numbers and some big plays, just like Mike Williams. Austin Eckler got the job done on the ground and through the air. This was a great game all around. A couple takeaways just from both teams. Chargers, they're legit. There is no, it's still 50-50. Yeah, they beat the Chiefs, but are they serious? Oh, they beat the Raiders. Yeah, but are they serious? They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Raiders. They beat the Browns. The Chargers are the shit, the way as I would put it. The defense is stepping up in places it needs to be. Is it still got some holes? Yes, but no team is absolutely perfect. They still got Joey Bosa, Derwin James, Asante Samuel Jr., Devon Campbell, Drew Tranquill, Lamel Joseph. They're making do of what they got. That's for dang sure, especially with Brandon Staley's defensive schemes. On offense, we know how the magic works there. The Browns, I'd like to see them get Jadeveon Clowney back. I'd like to see their secondary not get exposed as much, but Nick Chubb, he's getting the job done. I'd like to see their receiving room be a little better as far as the pure receivers go. OBJ just isn't it anymore. But some of the biggest takeaways from this game is this duo right here. Give me 1 second. The simplest way to put this is that Brandon Staley has the biggest balls on earth. That is the most simple way to put it. Going for it on 4th and 2 within your own 30. Going for it on 4th and 7. Going for a 2-point conversion. Going for it. Being aggressive, saying, I trust my quarterback more than anyone in this entire league. I trust Justin Herbert. I trust this offense. I trust this team more than anything. And good for him because it is working. Without this aggressiveness, the Chargers are, 4-1 now? They could be 2-3. I'm dead serious. If they do not have Brandon Staley, if they had Anthony Lynn, or just any coach that is not as aggressive and not as situationally intelligent as Brandon Staley, this is not an above 500 team. Being aggressive, understanding they should not kick a field goal, they should not punt, they should not go for the extra point, putting the ball in their quarterback's hands is the reason this Chargers team is so dang good, because of Brandon Staley right there. He is an incredibly cerebral guy when it comes to situational environments and plays, and that is all the Chargers could ask for. What did the Chargers need more than anything to be a playoff team this year? They didn't need the best O-line in the league. They didn't need Mike Williams to be better than Keenan Allen. All those things are nice, having an improved O-line, having Mike Williams step up, but the key pieces we said this year, just the bare minimum to the Chargers make the playoffs, is A, be healthy, and B, find the coach. They got both of those right now. For the most part, Kenneth Murray is out, Chris Harris Jr., Joey Bosa is always questionable. Some guys are always questionable, but questionable is a good thing as Charger standards go. If questionable is the only thing they got to worry about, that's a good day for them. That's an A+ on their homework. But they got the coach, and they got the health, and the rest is just bonuses. Having Mike Williams step up, having Derwin James be right back where he is, having Brandon Staley not just be the coach for this team, the coach of the year possibly, having Justin Herbert not just match last year's number, surpassing them, not having Austin Eckler staying healthy, but getting the job on the ground and through the air. This team is a playoff team. This team is in my Super Bowl bubble. The Chargers with Brandon Staley and Justin Herbert have an amazing duo. I know it's early. I know it's 5 games in the season, but you cannot tell me this team is not shining. This team last year did not even come close to beating the Browns. Being down 27-13 at one point, they might lose that game 42-13 just due to that clock management, just due to that way the team that was. The Chargers, I don't know who you talked to, who you made happy, who you prayed for, but it is working out. Keep it up. Keep throwing those pennies in the fountains to make some wishes because the Chargers are rolling. They are looking good, and I believe Justin Herbert is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL today. I think Brandon Staley is I don't want to get too ahead of judging Brandon Staley as far as coaching goes, but he's in the top of my bracket. I don't want to rank him just yet. I don't want to give a concrete ranking and then I have to stand by that, but he's heading up the right way. He's ascending. Let's put it that way. The biggest takeaway for me is the Chargers are the shit. The Browns are still good. They're still well-rounded. You still have Baker Mayfield, a great O-line, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, several passing options. While OBJ isn't what he was, there's still options around him. David Njoku, Austin Hooper, Rashard Higgins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Anthony Schwartz, Jarvis Landry will be back eventually. Kevin Stefanski is a great coach. You got Myles Garrett on defense, John Johnson, Troy Hill, Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, Grant Delpit, JLK, Takarius McKinley, Malik Jackson. You know who the Browns are. They have a good team. They'll be in the playoffs. They're looking good. Another takeaway is from someone that's not even playing between these two teams is Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are 2-3. Broncos are 3-2. Raiders are 3-2. The LA Chargers are 4-1. They are at top of the AFC West by, I don't want to say miles, but they got some leeway. They could lose a game and they're still 2-0 in the division. They still have a head-to-head. There's still, two games and a head-to-head matchup ahead of the Chiefs. Chargers are legit. I'm not going to make any who's going to win the division prediction right now. But kudos to the LA Chargers. Again, Cleveland Browns, no disrespect to them. It was a tough game, win or lose for either team. We know these are two top-tier teams in the AFC, in the NFL. My Super Bowl bubble in the AFC, and again, this is going to be 4 or 5 teams. It's a bubble. Chiefs are still in it. Until they don't make the playoffs, the Chiefs are always going to be in my bubble. Chiefs, Bills, not saying this is in a ranked order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just in a rough bubble. Chiefs, Bills, Chargers, Ravens, Browns. Titans I like, but they're not above any of those teams. Raiders, not above those teams. Broncos, not above those teams. Steelers, no. Bengals look interesting, but still no. Those are my 5 teams, and the Chargers are there with everyone. To me, it's them and the Bills at the very top. Ravens and Chargers plays next week. That will determine it. If the Chargers go 4-0 between one of, if not the toughest road of football over 4 weeks, the Chiefs, the undefeated Raiders, the Cleveland Browns, and the Ravens, if the Chargers win that, they are the best team in the NFL. I'm saying they're better than the Rams. They are better than the Cardinals. They are better than the Bucs. They are better than the Chiefs. They are better than whoever. If they go in and beat the Baltimore Ravens in Week 6 and head 5-1 into their bye in Week 7. And like I said, it is all due to this man. This duo. Of course, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Jared Cook, Austin Eckler. Everyone plays a role. But just the culture change of these two guys to this team is why the Chargers are going to have a successful team for a very long time. Kudos to the LA Chargers. Kudos to this team. Bolt up. I'm happy for this team. I'm proud of them. I just everything they needed to happen, they did and more. Herbert progressed. They stayed healthy. They got the coach. Mike Williams broke out. Austin Eckler's getting the job all around. This team is fantastic. The only thing preventing them from falling downhill is the injury bug and just I think that's it. The injury bug. They've shown everything. Justin Herbert, an MVP candidate. In the first 2 games, he had what? His touchdown-interception ratio was 2 touchdowns to 3 picks. And all of a sudden, you're like, ugh. He looks good. He does look good on the eye test, but those stats aren't it. He's yet to throw a pick since then. He's had several games, or a couple games of 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. 5 total touchdowns. Herbert's the guy. The Chargers are the shit. They're rolling hot. The Browns are still going to be a playoff team. The Chargers are also going to be a playoff team, I believe. And personally, I think we will see these teams meet up again in the playoffs. And I'm excited to see it. Bolt up. Browns still good. Chargers are better, though. My power rankings, the Chargers are up there. Browns are still in my top 10. But a lot of takeaways from this game. But a lot of exciting things, more so for the Chargers. But you guys tell me, what did I miss? I could go more in depth on another video if you want to hear it. As always, and of course, guys, thank you for watching. 2 in the morning.